The vision of legendary activist and actor Ossie Davis, it continues to live on through his original Broadway play. Tony Award-winning actor Lesley Odom Jr. stars in Purlie Victorious, a non-Confederate romp through the cotton patch. Purlie Victorious is a first-time revival of the three-act comedic stage play that first debuted back in 1961. The stirring comedy tells the story of Reverend Purlie Victorious Judson, a renowned traveling preacher who returns to his rural hometown in Georgia to save his hometown church. Heather Alicia Simms plays Missy Judson, the matriarch and Purlie's sister-in-law, who is tasked with keeping the family together. Heather took some time out of her incredibly busy schedule to join us today. Heather, so good to see you, my sister. Welcome to the show, and congrats on everything.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course, of course. Now, the cast celebrated the 100th performance last month, and y'all got included on some pretty major lists for Best in Theater, Best in Arts, Best in Culture for 2023. You got a Broadway role, you doing your thing, and I gotta add, you're a New Yorker, so I can't imagine anything bigger and better than that.
You know, when you do theater is one of those things that people don't always get to see. And being in New York, being in Brooklyn, from Brooklyn, and having my friends and family able to come and see me, it's the best thing that I could ask for.
I can only imagine. I mean, that is like, local girl made it big and got to make it big at home. And home happens to be like the greatest and biggest city in the history of the world. It's the dopest thing ever. And you're also connected to such a great project. I mean, Purlie Victorious paved the way. It was the first Broadway comedy show that really had like an authentic portrayal of the Black American experience. No caricatures, no dramatic renderings, but I mean, really told Black life and Black stories in a beautiful way. I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. was like, yo, this is good.
Yes, he came to our 100th performance, not this one, of course, but back in 1961. And Purlie is one of those stories that came from an activist spirit, from Ossie Davis' spirit. And he's telling his story. And his story is the story of Black people in this country and what we've had to deal with. And so it's really poignant. It's a poignant rendering, a poignant tale from an activist spirit.
And I love that. And I like the idea you said activist spirit. I think that's why it resonated with Dr. King 6 decades ago. But what are some of the big themes that the show tackles? Because that's so important.
I mean, generational wealth, love, hope, racism. We tackle so many things that we're still dealing with today. And I think that's one of the reasons why it resonates so deeply with our audiences. When we leave the theater each night, people from all walks of life, from America, around the world, come to see us, and they stay and they tell us how they laughed and how they cried. And that means something because we're telling a really deep and poignant story.
Yeah, the story is deep and poignant, but your character is also resonating with audiences. Talk to me about who your character is and how you relate to that character.
Well, I play Missy Judson. I am Purlie Victorious Judson's sister-in-law, and I think of myself as the heart of the family. I'm the person who is encouraging Purlie, who has big dreams, big ambitions, to focus and settle on a family, because the family for her means foundation. And too often we don't think about how our foundation will get us to our greatness. And that's what I see for Purlie. So she's the heart, but she's also the foundation that is going to support him to help him reach his goals.
You're no stranger to the stage. You are so gifted and you've been in so many wonderful projects. How is this character different for you than some of the others you've played?
Well, she has a heart, and not that my other characters haven't had heart, but she has
wow.
They had no heart. pathos. She has a lot of she has a lot of pathos, and there's this beautiful balance of that pathos with the comedy. And so being able to move through this world knowing that I'm able to elicit some tears, but also some really gut busting laughs. That's one of the things that I love about being able to be on this stage and to portray Missy Judson.
I love it. I love it for you. I love it for us. I love it for the culture. You're doing such amazing work. I'm so proud of you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you, and thank your entire cast for reviving and really just affirming the beauty and the tradition of this wonderful, wonderful show. Everybody, make sure you check this thing out before it closes the curtain on February 4th. Again, it's called Purlie Victorious. It is an important part of our history and our tradition, and you definitely want to check it out. You definitely want to make sure you see Heather on that stage because she is a sight to behold.